Hi, I'm Jenny L. Barrett, Master Numbers Nerd here at Hot Mess Bookkeeping. And today is bookkeeping hack number 3, saving your receipts. This may seem like a small thing, but in the unthinkable event that you get audited, the IRS will care a lot. Every purchase that you make, you need to be able to back up. When you tell them this purchase from Walmart was office supplies, you need to be able to show them that it wasn't a purchase of groceries. When you say, I went to lunch with a potential client, you need to have written down on the receipt, lunch with XYZ because of potential client or whatever you want to call it, and then scan that and save it. Otherwise, when they go and ask you for this receipt, they'll just see, well, you went to Starbucks again, and you can't write off just any cup of coffee. You have to write off a work expense. So they really care about what is a work expense versus what is a personal expense. I like my clients' books to be as close to audit proof as possible. One of the steps there is to save all of your receipts and put them somewhere that you can find them. You have a couple of options. The one I recommend you start today, no matter what, is every time you have a receipt, be it an email, be it Amazon where you actually have to go search in their system and pull off a copy, or if it's a hard copy from a store, you take it. If it's a hard copy, you take a picture, otherwise you just save it onto your computer, save it into Google Drive or something like that, and name it 2020 receipts or 2020 Hot Mess Bookkeeping receipts, where you're using your business name in case you ever have a second business or your husband has a business or your wife. This is where I recommend you start today. You create a folder called, for example, 2020 receipts or 2020 business name receipts, where you take a copy of every single receipt and you put it in there. I recommend you use your business name as part of it in case you have a second business or someone else in your household has a second business. Before you copy it, you want to make sure that you write down the reason if it's something like food, because they've gotten really picky on food. So, you save it, you dump it in there, and you name each file. The way that I name them is, and it's a little bit weird the first time you try it, but it's the best way that I've found. You name it year, month, day, place that it was, or reason. So I do, if it's November 5th, 2020, it's 2020 1105 Walmart office supplies. And you don't even have to put the office supplies per se, you just want where it's from. Because if they come back and say, you have a purchase on November 5th from Walmart, what was it for? You can go straight there and say, look, here's my receipt, it was for paper and pens, and that's what I use for my office supplies. It will make any interactions with IRS or with your tax professional much more painless. QuickBooks, Wave, and Xero all allow you to save your receipts into their program. My recommendation is to figure out what is the best way for you. I don't care if you save it in a Google Drive, a cloud-based drive. I don't care if you save it in the accounting systems themselves. As long as you do it consistently and you do it every time, you make the habit that every time you get a receipt, part of your routine or part of your weekly routine is to get that saved. So that's it for this week. Comment below with how you like to save your receipts, and I'll see you next week.